Well, the protester I think is a very powerful thing. It's basically a mechanism of democracy that, along with capitalism, scientific innovation, those things have built the modern world. And it's wonderful that the new tools have empowered that protesters so that state secrets, bad developments are not hidden anymore. I know there's a farmer out there somewhere who never wants a PC, and that's fine with me. Eradications are special. 0 is a magic number. You either do what it takes to get to 0 and you're glad you did it, or you get close, give up, and it goes back to where it was before, in which case you wasted all that credibility. Activity, money that could have been applied to other things with Windows 8. Microsoft is trying to gain market share in what has been dominated by the iPad-type device. Activity, money that could have been applied to other things with Windows 8. Microsoft is trying to gain market share in what has been dominated by the iPad-type device. In terms of mathematics textbooks, why can't you have the scale of a national market? Right now, we have a Texas textbook that's different from a California textbook that's different from a Massachusetts textbook. That's very expensive. Understanding science and pushing the boundaries of science is what makes me immensely satisfied. It is hard to overstate how valuable it is to have all the incredible tools that are used for human disease. The study plans the most impactful dollars that Australia can spend are actually what goes to help the poorest. Until we're educating every kid in a fantastic way, until every inner city is cleaned up, there is no shortages of things to do. I've always been amazed by Da Vinci, because he worked out science on his own. He would work by drawing things and writing down his ideas. Of course, he designed all sorts. The thing about HD DVD that is attractive to Microsoft is that it's very pro-consumer in letting you copy all movies up onto the hard disk. Even with cameras being very cheap, one thing that researchers noticed was that you look really bad in a video conference image because the lighting is bad and you get shadows and things. I'm sorry that we have to have a Washington presence. We thrived during our first 16 years without any of this. I never made a political visit to Washington and we had no people here. It wasn't on our radar screen. We were just making great software. Certainly I'll never be able to put myself in the situation that people growing up in the less developed countries are in. I've gotten a bit of a sense of it by being out there and meeting people and talking with them. Well, I think any author or musician is anxious to have legitimate sales of their products, partly so they're rewarded for their success, partly so they can go on and do new things. The trouble with energy farming is that the energy isn't always where you want to use it, and it isn't always when you want to use it.